We're live. How's it going? Bullen Boy, what's up? Just sent out the stream ping as well, so we'll get a few more people up in here. Hanging out while we work on this game. I don't know why I turned down the music, there's no music. While we work on this game. Let's go full screen. Play the game while we wait for some people to arrive. Ooh. Egg, he says. You can step on the bombs too to get rid of them. Like this. Get out of here. Let's see, we got the kid. Hey, I haven't seen the kid for a while. What's up? Opnid cat? Something like that. How you doing? Okay, the creator. Hello. Remini. That's how we're gonna pronounce it. A stream is a stream. Welcome to the stream. I be animating. Oh yeah, you animating something. You're always animating something. Quite the animator. Frajay. And it's not Frajay, it's Fraja. 473. What's cooking? Glad you can make it to another stream. Really chilling to. Oh, I touched a thing. Damaged myself. Oh. There, my shield's back on. I'm good now. I've been making a project for several months. Oh yeah, that's right. Your big animation project. He's got like over 7,000 frames of an animated project in Ace Bright. Kinda crazy. Cheese Nerd, hi. How's it going? Socks Friend has made it here. What's up, Socks Friend? Same here. Big project. Very close to 8,000 frames. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a pretty big project. I'm doing good. I'm animating my OCs doing the sibling dance. I don't know the sibling dance. Is that something I should know, or is that something just in your game? You doing good and tired? Yeah, that's how it works. I actually got a decent amount of sleep last night, which is like, that means like more than 4 hours. Just kidding. It was about 6 hours, but yeah, I'm doing okay. Better than most days. A lot of the time I get like 5 hours of sleep, and I'm like really tired. So, all right. Well, this is the game we're making, Inverted Roguelike. You lose abilities as you go. I think everybody here knows what it is. At least everybody that I've seen in the chat so far knows what game this is. And yeah, see, here's where we can explain it. You come to save people, so you choose an ability that you're willing to lose. Someone you want to save. Yeah, let's do that. And you lose the ability. See, it's no longer here. And you go again. But now I don't have the full circle attack, which immediately makes it a little bit more difficult. So each time you lose an ability, it makes it quite a bit more challenging. It's really difficult. I think the shield is a little bit OP because it allows you to get hit several times, and you can regenerate it by killing robots. Because without the shield, man, it's like one hit, and then you're almost dead, but you also have a revive, so that means you get one hit per run without the shield, instead of virtually unlimited hits, depending on how many robots there are, you know. But then the revive gets you without both of those, it's one hit on any run, and that's it. It's over. Makes it extra hard when you move slow and your attack is like teeny, like this. You gotta come up right next to them to do anything. Oh, see, I got hit. I would have been over right there if I didn't have a shield. See, right there again. This is with me moving fast. Here's slow. Yeah, lose the speed ability. It's actually when you jump, you move a little bit faster. Get you out of here because you actually run towards me. Yeah, get out. No. back up. Also, there's a crit ability where every time you hit them, there's I think it's a 1 in 5% chance that it will insta-kill them. Otherwise, you have to get through their health. Yeah, I got 2 crits in a row right there. That's pretty good. Anyway, it's been a while since I've watched one of your streams, but I remember suggesting some spriting suggestions months ago. Yeah, I remember your name. Although I don't know if I can pronounce it still. Apoplio? Why does the shield come back by destroying robots? I don't know. I just decided that. I guess there's no real reason. I felt like it. I don't really have a good reason. To prevent that, mayhaps perhaps why we missed this How to Fail. We missed the How to Fail series. Yeah, it's on the back burner. It will come back. It just I'm trying to finish my game and work on other projects. It takes a lot of effort to make a How to Fail episode. Somebody commented recently. They're like, "Are you done with How to Fail?" And I said, "No." It takes like 70 to 100 new images for every episode. I have to draw that many new images for each episode. Some of them have to be animated, and then I have to line them up with everything that I say, do the voiceover, put it in the video editor. It's a lot of work to make a How to Fail episode. And so yeah, that's been set aside just temporarily, but I don't think I'll ever be done with that series. In fact, I hope to make a game one day, How to Fail at game development, the game. Could be fun, where each level is a different genre, and it just is like awful. So you said my pseudo-fine, everyone has a hard time pronouncing it anyway. Oh, I said it pseudo-fine. Poplio. Close. Socks friends, how are you? Oh, he's talking to Socks friend. Do you remember me? I do, Valet. How's it going? I think you were here on my day 1 stream since I've come back to streaming. Okay, let's see. What are we working on today? We're going to be doing just in time. Hey, Rasping Python. We're going to be doing some stuff. What the plan is to do this one, Silent Sounds When Dying. I think this one could be done relatively quickly, and then we could maybe work on something else. But let's tackle this one just so we can get it off the list. It's something that needs to be done. And what it is when we play the game, I have a hotkey for death. Let me see it. Is it, I think it's 6? No, is it F6? No, that's to zoom out. But then you can't zoom back in. Very, very not helpful cheat key. Okay, so maybe it's F7. Yeah, F7 kills me. But it kills me regardless of this shield, so let's just ignore that for now. But if I hit it again, I'd no longer have the revive. It's been used. As you can see, there's not those little sparkly things behind me. That's what the revive is. So if I hit F7 again, I'll die. But you can still hear ambient sounds. I'll go up here to where there's this cannon will fire. It's not very loud. Let's get one of like the chirpy little guys. Right here, the saw will do. See, you can hear the saw. See that here? You hear the saw, but when you die, you can still hear it while dying. See? So as you're dying, we need that sound to fade out really quickly. I think we need all the sounds, all the ambient sounds to fade out really quickly. So yeah, I don't know why the How to Fail series got recommended me, and I don't even watch anything about games or game development. Oh really? Interesting. Are you not a game developer yourself? Because you know I'm something of a game developer myself. That's cool. It's nice to know that this series has reached more than just indie developers. I know a couple episodes definitely have, because they've gotten like a lot of views. I'm just playing the game, I'm chatting. Okay, so we got to figure out how to do this, because there are certain sounds that I don't necessarily want to be muted out, such as the ambient background sound that just plays nonstop no matter where you are. And I can't remember where I put that sound effect. I might have just put it in it as a universal sound effect. Oh, I can't remember. Let's see. Did I put it in the sound effects? Sound effects, something. Nope. I want to say it's in an auto load just because it's global stats, menu, transition screen. Oh, I didn't even make the sounds controlled by the auto loads. Is it on the player? Nuke, jump, nope. Maybe walking sword, jump, shield break, revive. No, it's not on the player. Okay, either way, I think I gotta figure out how to actually control all the sounds. And I think I can just do that through the, what's it called? The bus. How do I control the buses? There's a way to do it. So, oh, audio right here. So here's the buses. I could just turn the master bus down, but I don't want to do that. I probably just want to do the sound effects bus down. So, and that could just be whoop, like that. Or the other way. We'll figure it out. Well, yeah, negative. So if we just drop it over time with an animator, maybe. We'll have to see if that's possible. But where do we want this code to happen? Probably in the code that controls the player death, which is probably on the player code. Let's see how messy this code is, if we can find what we're doing here. But while we're looking for that, what are you guys all doing? Why the yeah, what's with that emoji? Sibling song is like an animated meme. Nice. Consumes a brick. Mythical algorithm pulls be like animated sound. Yeah, you can with the animation player. That's a cool thing. The animation player can animate anything. See, I have an animation player. It can animate any attribute, including the binary ones. It can even send signals. The animation player, you can put in a spot in the animation to run some code. So it's an animation player is really a very powerful node. You can do a lot with it. And so we could animate. In fact, I could just do that. I don't know where the bus is located, but I think we're going to just add it to the player controller, I suppose. Or the player code, I guess. The player code's already got a lot in it, but this is where death is going to be handled. Spawn death flash. Where's the actual I think it's probably a function that's just called die. On death detection area entered. Run death animation. Okay, so here's the death animation, and it's really messy. But I think probably just starting at the beginning of the death animation, we'll start to have the audio tuned down. So let's add, we're going to experiment. If it doesn't work, we just delete it, obviously. But go away. I should probably mute Discord. Hang on. Let's see. How do I mute Discord? User settings. Nope. Let's set it to do not disturb, and then it won't ping me, right? Do not disturb. I'm perpetually set to invisible, so even though I'm on Discord a lot, I always am set to invisible because I had some weirdos stalking me at one point. I'm like, I don't like that. So it was just one guy, but that was enough. And I'm like, nope, I don't want people to know where I am, what I'm doing, if I'm online or not. Good enough. That Discord sound really tricked me. Yeah, did everybody look at their own Discord? You're like, wait, who's messaging me? I've had that happen. I'll watch a YouTube video, and in the YouTube video they have a Discord ping, and I'm like, oh, someone's reaching out. Nope. Okay, so the animation player is, I didn't instantiate it because of the Discord ping. Add child node. Oh, I have it right here. Animation player. We're going to call this the fade out sound animation. That's weird to call it an animation because it's not really that, but yeah, it just gives you the ability to tween between values. That Discord sound really, oh, I already read that. Bowump. I hate fake pings. They are tricky, and then afterwards you're like, man, That's not cool. Yeah, yeah, you get your hopes up. You're like, someone wants to talk to me, and then it's nope, it's not. Nobody wants to talk to you, and then that's how you feel at least. Okay, and we'll call this fade sound. All right. Now the question is, can I link up the audio bus to this animation thing? Let's see if we can. Let's go to audio. No, it disappears. I wonder if there's like you have to insert a special track. 3D position, rotation scale track, blind shape, audio playback track. Is that it? Probably not. Animation playback track. Maybe I have to do it with a tween through code. Maybe I can't actually do it through an animation player. I feel like I ought to though. Audio. See, it's just a different thing. Create sound effects. I just want to adjust this thing. Yeah, I'll probably have to do it through code, which kind of sucks. I don't want to do that. I've started playing Blade and Sorcery, specifically the story mode, since I've played Sandbox for a long time. Oh yeah? That's pretty good. I've never played Blade and Sorcery. I've heard of it. Seems like it'd be pretty fun from what I've seen. Oh, have any of you seen a green-eyed machine around here? I think he escaped. I don't know where he went. I hope you find it. For both yours and the machine's sake. Okay, how are we going to do this? I think we need to probably just do it all through code, so we'll get rid of the animation player. Darn. Yeah. Where's the delete? Down at the very bottom. Okay, goodbye. And then run death animation. Maybe we can just do another function here somewhere. Right here. Function silence sound for death. Should probably remove all the spaces. I'm a professional coder, I swear. All the actual professional coders are just like laughing at me. Silent sound for death, and we need to. How do I access the main bus? I know I can, and I think I do that in the UI. Let's see. UI. Here. And let's see, where is it? No, this is the wrong UI. I need the main menu UI. Menu, there's menu icons, menu scene. Okay, so I do adjust the audio through controls here. Yeah, right here. So it's HBox container. No, it's not HBox, it's just sound volume. No, that's the actual, that's the other thing. Let's see, options button down. Set music volume. Here we go. Okay, it's called audio server.set bus volume, and then you select which one you want. So number 1 is music, number 2 is sound effects. So let's take this and stick it into the code we have here. And right there. Now we're going to have to adjust this to do what we actually want it to do. Oh, this value doesn't mean anything, so we can get rid of that. But this will set the audio to whatever this second value is, and we could just set it to like -50. Let's see if that works, and then we can work on adjusting it. Making board games is cool. Dog. It might be spaghetti, but does it taste nice? I would say so. It's like, it's spaghetti, but it's like quality spaghetti, you know? Hot dog, Dodo. It always tastes the best. Douglas, bald Italian. Are you saying it's more like a hot dog code? Douglas got Reddit. I don't know what that is. Little Pepperman. What are you guys all talking about? Bad at 22. Bad at 2D platformers. Bald divorced. All your favorites. Twitch guy that drinks olive oil. What are you guys talking about? I don't even know. Hot dog code. What is this chat? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, let's try it out. We're gonna test it out. See if the actually, yeah, we're good. We can do it from here. Let's just go find a saw to stand next to. Okay, and then we'll die. And die again. It didn't work. The sounds persisted. Oh, because I didn't call the function. That's duh. What's it called? Silent sound effect. Okay. Let's actually call the function so that it does something. Let's try again. I can see the confusion on your face as I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat, and then like through my voice, you can just detect how confused I am because like, what are you guys even talking about? Doug is a Twitch streamer. Oh, but you wrote it out, Douglas. Oh, weird. Yeah, see, I know Doug is a Twitch streamer, and I even thought of that's who you're talking about. But then we were talking about like hot dogs and spaghetti and all this other weird stuff, so I was very confused. Do you guys like Doug perchance? Doug's cool. Isn't he the pixel art streamer? Or am I totally confused about who he is? I gotta look it up now. Hang on. Doug. Streamer. No, yeah, he's not who I thought he was. Oh, see, I'm thinking of the other guy. That's Mort. I was thinking the other person who has just two names, one right after the other. Mort is the pixel art streamer. Doug. I don't really know Doug then. Yeah, I was thinking you're talking about Mort. Okay. Pro tip for the speedrunners: you move faster when you jump. Okay. Now we die. Okay, it worked. It went silent instantly. We want it to fade though, I think. Relatively fast we want it to fade, but we do want it to fade. Okay, let's leave the game. And then we want it to fade back when that new scene starts. So it shouldn't be too hard, but we'll have to figure that out. Okay, where'd that bit of code go that does that? So here's where I call it. Okay, here it is. So that's all it is. We need to tween through that. So I got to remember how to do a tween. I think you do have to add a. Oh, I'm in the wrong. I need to be in the player code. So we're going to add a tween at child node tween. Oh, do they not do tweening the way they used to? They don't. I got to look it up. Hang on. How to do a tween in Godot. Okay, so we have to declare it. Variable tween equals get tree dot create. Great. Create tween. Okay, so now we have a tween called tween. Here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Godot documentation. It says tween is more suited than animation player for animations where you don't know the final values in advance. For example, interpolating in dynamically chosen cameras. Actually, what we should look up is, here, let me look it up. How to change the master volume in, what's it called? In an animation player. Godot 4. That's just how to make master volume slider. No. I want it to be controlled with a animation player. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me. Just lapsed. I don't have any bombs. Tween, my beloved. What do you have? Except lapsed. What? The tween called tween. Yeah. It's a tween called tween. Alright, I think that's all I need, honestly. Let's see if I can, let's just add some parameters of something. So I'm trying to remember how to do this. I think we'd go tween dot interpolate property. Interpolate. Interpolate value. Interpolate value, and the value is going to be this one right here. Right. Okay, but what's the first thing that we need here? Let's put these on here. It should auto tell me, well, or not. Okay, so this is initial variant. So that's the initial value, which we're going to start with. Oh, this isn't how you do it, is it? I don't know if I can. How do I adjust the overall nobody ever does that. Why would they? Does anybody know? Anybody in the chat know how to control an audio bus and make the audio fade out, you know? Why not have a tween method? Is that what it is? Tween dot interpolate method. There's no method there. Tween method, is that what it is? Tween method. Method callable from variant to variant. Oh, what's the? Let me look up the tween method Godot. Let me look up the syntax here. Okay, so here's a tween. Let's say you code. You look crap up. I think I was just on this same thing. Create tween, function animate tween dot kill, but the previous animation tween create tween. No, okay, somewhere in here. Where's method? Tween method. Let's look it up. Tween method. Look at bind vector 3 dot up vector 3 to vector that. So this I would just put in the audio bus, and then I'd put in the values I'd want to tween between and how long it takes, I believe. Let's try it. Audio bus saver. Let's do this. That's the first one. Then we're going to do, or no, see, I still need, oh, because I'm setting it. Shoot. Was it just like bus volume? Can I do that? Bus volume decibel. I don't know how to access this. Audio bus. Oh, audio server. Audio server dot. Is it bus volume? I don't know what I'm doing. What are you guys doing? What do you guys talk about? Use bind or create a function for it. See, you must be someone smart, because I don't even know what that is. Is bones objects? Has anyone played that new game called Pong? Yeah, that new one. I think it came out. It came out like in the '60s or something. It's pretty fun. Brand new though. I'm watching the stream on both my phone and computer on different I'm on a different astral plane. He's ascending. 2060. Yeah, 2060. Pong 64 is epic. There's actually a few games that came out before Pong, video games specifically. Pong is not actually the first video game. There's just like one or two or three others, but they're not nearly as famous. They're not considered the father of video games, but some of them aren't actually video games, but they've been called that. But yeah, fun facts. Like Gnop, yeah, I can't remember what they're called. I forgot about Godot. Isn't it like audioserver.getBus? Oh, it probably is. Let me try. Audioserver.getBus volume db. And that going to tell us what we're going to be changing? I feel like we have to change. Normally when you hover over something, it'll tell you what the value is. But it doesn't. I'm going to just look it up. Let's look up the syntax. Look up audio server Godot. Audio server. Okay. Here's what we got. Actually, I'm going to bring just this one down so I can still see chat. Maybe. Okay. I can't mage. I cast mage what? I cast mage hand. I'll never eat again. I'm just bones now. I'm sorry, man. Get bus name. Yeah, it might just be the bus, but we have to access the audio specifically. So, like, if you get bus audio, that just gets you what the value is. It's not actually going to get you the attribute that you want to change. So, and I don't know if I can just access the attribute for changing it. Bus count. Generate bus layer, add bus effect, get bus channels. Maybe. Get bus name. See, but that just gets me the bus. I need to actually travel between them. See, I don't know if it works on the audio bus, because the audio bus isn't your typical node. It's not just another node that you can access. It's its own thing. It's just always there. Let's see. Audio listener, audio stream player. Yeah, that's the only audio things I have. There's no... I'm sure there's a way to do it, because look, you can do it. But how do you do it through code? How do you access this to manipulate it? Set bus volume dB. Yeah, set bus volume will set the volume. That's what I have right here. But it won't slide through the volume. So the way tween works, at least for a normal node, like you could have a character or even a sprite, because all of these 2D sprites or 2D nodes have a transform value, which is their position on the XY axis. And what you could do with a tween is you could say, okay, we're going to take this value, position, which I can't drag and drop it in there. That'd make it really easy. But you could say this value, which is what you have to put in first, and then you put in what you start with, and it would be like, we're going to start at 5, and then we're going to move to 7, and it needs to happen in 2 seconds. And that's how a tween would work. But with the audio bus, I'm not so sure how to access this attribute for this first part. Like, this part's easy. We're gonna transition between 0 and -50, right? So this would be 0, and this would be -50, and then the time it'd take would, it might be 2 seconds. We do 1 second, see. But this, I don't know how to actually make that be a thing. And then you say tween.start. And that's how you do that. But this is not a valid attribute or method. It's not a valued method. It's not a valid method to do stuff through. ChatGPT says tween property audio player. Audio player. Oh, Well, let's try that. Maybe ChatGPT knows what it's talking about. Is it audio player though? Why'd it be audio player? It'd have to be the audio server. Let's see, I have to access this bus. And I do that. Let's figure out how to do that. But I think you are right. But it can't just be audio server. That wouldn't actually work. So I could just say get bus channels and then insert the bus index. That's probably what I need. Audio server dot get bus channels, and it would be channel 2 because we have 0, 1, 2, channel 2. And then what did you say it was after that? Okay, and then we're going to add an extra parameter. Oh, but we're tweening property, not method. I see. Tween property. So then we have the path, which this isn't a valid path, I don't think, but let's try it anyway. And then it would be the, what would you say, volume decibels. See, and I think what you're doing there is, that's for an audio player, not the audio server. So that's not going to work, because this isn't a node. If you have an audio player, which is what these are, then that would definitely work. But that would mean I'd have to tween every single individual audio player instead of just the overall doodad here. I've started listening to Sabaton more. They're a power metal band, just released a new song. Cool. But what it can be, it's really dependent on what you qualify as a video game, but it's true that it's considered the first. For Pong, the player's handbook doesn't say anything about how to get that kid back to life. Isn't Tennis for 2 the first? It might have been the first. I think I remember somebody saying Tennis for 2. Some of the games that are among the first are he's right, it does depend on how a game is defined, and typically a game needs to have some kind of objective. Where Pong has an objective, Tennis for 2 might have an objective, but there's other ones that it's just like some blinking lights, and it's like, well, it's not really a game because like you can't interact with it and other things like that. So it's fishy. It's hard to say exactly which one is the very first of all the games. And just saying it's Pong is close enough, because who cares about the nitty gritty details and all that stuff. Is have fun an objective? No, because that's too subjective. That's dependent on the individual. The objective has to be, or the goal has to be itself objectively measured, and so have fun is subjective, and therefore it doesn't count. For example, Hunger Games. The participants of Hunger Games are not having fun, but it is still a game. So, yeah. I don't know how to tween between this. I don't know how to tween between. I don't know how to access this. So maybe we do just like poop it down to 0, just like instantly, just like make it instantly quiet. Do you consider Gmod a game? No, that's not a game. Is rules for a game mandatory? Rules for a game are not mandatory. It's just they not in that sense. Rules for a game become necessary because of what other things you need to define a game. So just by making a game, rules will exist by necessity, not because it's mandatory. So no one's going to be like, oh, it's not a game because there's no rules, because, well, I mean, you could say that, but what you're really saying is it's not a game because there's no goal. Usually once a goal is defined, then rules are implied in some way. So rules are, yes, part of a game, but it's more of a symptom of a thing that is actually necessary for a game. Oh no, we're debating what a game is again? No, it's not a debate, we're just discussion. No debate here, unless you have a counter opinion, then it would turn into a debate. Is life a game? No, because it's just life. You're just living it. Well, a game specifically designed with a goal of just have fun, such as a sandbox, can most likely still have a coherent goal that will only change between different players with different methods. Yes, but no, because so what makes a sandbox game a game is that it has an objective. Otherwise, it'd be just a sandbox or a simulation. For example, Minecraft, the objective or the goal is to kill the Ender Dragon, and so but what makes it a sandbox and not a different type of game is the objective is optional, not by necessity, but just because it is. Like, you can just do other things in the game working towards that goal, but then never actually achieve it if you decide to. And so you're playing the game, and just because of the rules of the game or how the game is set up, you're deciding not to actually achieve the goal. But that doesn't make it so that the goal doesn't exist. The goal is still there and it's intentional. Minecraft was a game before the Ender Dragon. Minecraft was a game in progress, but then it wasn't actually the 1.0. It wasn't actually officially, definitionally a game until the Ender Dragon was introduced. So we've talked about this before. We have, yeah. It's a fun subject, honestly. Talking about what is a game. It's a very interesting subject. Does it mean that the sandbox isn't a game? A sandbox, just as a sandbox, is not a game. And a lot of people have a problem understanding that because they say, oh, but I'm playing it and I've set my own goal, which is fine. But here's what a lot of people get confused about. When you have a sandbox and you set your own goal, you haven't made the sandbox into a game. What you've done is you've created a new game, and the sandbox is part of that game. You've spontaneously created your own game with your own goal, and the sandbox is just a component of that game. So the game itself, or the sandbox itself, hasn't changed from being a sandbox to being a game. It is now just a component of your new spontaneous game. Sorry, I gotta go. This made up thing called the graduating. Oh yeah, that's lame. Graduating. Oh, actually, congratulations. I should probably say the right thing. Congratulations on graduating. Now you don't have to go to school anymore. Congratulations. Would that mean that the Rubik's Cube is definitionally a game? In a way, the Rubik's Cube is seen as a game. It's a puzzle, and puzzles are... I'd have to think about it and look at it again. I believe all puzzles are games. Well, not necessarily. All puzzles with a objective that is unnecessary are games. So, almost all puzzles are games. A Rubik's Cube, by definition, by being a puzzle and being unnecessary, it is a game. You gamified the software. Yeah, I'm having a hard time focusing because I always love talking about what defines a game. It's such an interesting subject to me. I've spent an insane amount of time researching and I guess just researching that. Is a marathon a game? Maybe. That's a tough one. I'd have to think about that one. Yeah, that depends. Because it does have to be... It depends on what it... Like... Yeah, I don't know. It could be considered a game to some degree. That's interesting. I haven't thought about what a marathon would be. Hey, Skeffels, what's going on? Baba Is You is a puzzle game, though, so it's confusing. Yeah, Baba Is You is a game because it does have an objective, or a goal. I need to stop saying objective because that's a little different. Baba Is You does have a goal, and it's also, typically to achieve that goal, you have to solve a puzzle, and so it's a puzzle game. So... Is Bowlin' Boy a game? Bowlin' Boy, are you a game? Is this a game? My goal is confusing Artindi. What's your goal? Wait, I thought you had to go to graduate. Is this Gameception? Just editing a little Pixelmania video. Nice. You're gonna get. Is this your personal one? I always look forward to watching yours. See how you put all that together. Outside this debate. Is using video tutorials better than documentation? I would use both. Video tutorials can be very helpful because they can show application. Documentation doesn't always show application. It just shows how it works. So the documentation is useful if you know how to understand it. A video tutorial is useful because they can help you know how to understand it. So yeah. You're saying tween method audio server, and it's just audio server and that's it. Or is there more to that? I really like this argument that the sandbox becomes a game when you give yourself an objective. Well, no, it doesn't become a game. It becomes a component of your new spontaneously created game. The original thing is still a sandbox. Just as, let's say you were to play a scavenger hunt, and someone gave you the goal to, as part of the scavenger hunt, you have to go find a man in a yellow shirt. The man in the yellow shirt is not a game, but he's now a component of the game that you've made. And he probably isn't even aware that he is now part of a game. So just like that, a sandbox is just the environment wherein you can create your own game. It is not itself a game, if that makes sense. Can I send code in Discord? Yeah, you probably can. Did you find something that will work? If you send it to me, I could check it out. Let's see. You could send that to me through in the code in my own Discord server if you're on my Discord server, and I'll watch for that. This coding is gibberish to me. Yeah, it's I'm about there too right now. I don't know if we can do what we want to do, which is annoying. This discussion is really interesting. I know. See, that's why I love talking about this. I've spent a lot of time. I've probably watched every single video I can about the definition of what a game is, including like TED Talks and things, and read every single article I can. There's several who are like blatantly wrong. There's one that's, let's see, who is it? After Credits. After Credits sometimes have really great advice for like game development stuff, but they made one video about like, what is a game? And I was like, oh, cool. So I watched it, and they were like the worst. They're like, a game is whatever you want it to be. And I'm like, that's definitely not true, because you can't just be like, my couch is a game, because it's not. Like, so they let me down hard, and I was like, I'm very annoyed at you guys now. But other people are really quite accurate. Like Vsauce has a video on what is a game as well, and there's several TED Talks on what is a game, and there's a lot out there. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun topic to learn about and research, because it feels like it's a vague, nebulous concept that is really difficult to pin down, and it is, but it can be pinned down quite precisely, the definition anyway. You can always do what you want to do, just need to work out the problem, and then the solution appears. What for which thing? Docs let you do what tutorials don't tell you. Yes. Yeah, between docs and tutorials, I think following a tutorial is great because you learn about stuff that you might not have known before. But the docs show you everything that you can do, just they don't explain it as well as possible, because it's all just like, well, like, look at it. Here's the docs for the audio server. It shows you all the different methods that you can use. Do I need to tween method then? Is that what I need to do? But I can't do a set. Tween property, bus count, input device, output device, playback speed scale. I can't. These are only properties, so I can't tween the property, because the property doesn't include any audio value or volume values. Add bus. The methods are just things that the audio server can do. And tweening a method, does that affect the audio server? I can't solve my Schrodinger Minecraft issue. What's that? Do nothing, then close the game. You open Minecraft, do nothing. Is Minecraft a game after you defeated the dragon? Yeah, it's still a game. Just because you achieve the goal doesn't mean the medium stops being a game. By achieving the goal, it doesn't eliminate the the game. It doesn't change the definition of what it is. So a game needs to have an objective complete goal to be a game. What happens when there are multiple goals, like Tetris? The goal is either to keep going up levels or keep going without dying. Tetris is interesting because the goal in Tetris is to not lose for as long as possible. A lot of people say, "Oh, but you can win it," but that's because that one kid who like made Tetris die because he played it for so long. That's not actually winning it, because that's not an intentional design of the, like, Tetris isn't designed to be like, you win if you can make it die. Like, nobody specified that. That's not how you win Tetris. He just played it so long that it died. And so because he can no longer play it any further, you could kind of classify that as winning, but technically it's not. So the only goal in Tetris is to not lose for as long as possible. There's 5 different types of goals that you can have in games, and in that case it's not lose. In other games it's win. In other games it's win-lose, which is like most sports games. You either win or you lose. And then you have achievement-based, which is kind of like bowling or golf. You try to achieve the best score possible and then top that score, potentially. And then you have King of the Hill, which is not King of the Hill, it's perpetual win, which is kind of like King of the Hill. Or have you ever played that Slither.io game where you're just trying to stay in a winning state for as long as possible, where you're not necessarily in that state when you start. Kind of like King of the Hill, you're trying to be on top of the hill and remain on top of the hill for as long as possible. But there's never any condition where it's like, okay, you lose now or you win now. You just try to stay there perpetually. So it's perpetual win. And those are the 5 different types of goals you can have in a game. You can't win a game where the goal is to not lose. Exactly. Yeah, there is no winning a game where you can't lose. Most survival games don't lose for as long as possible. So yeah, but what's interesting about survival games that have respawn, when you die, you lose, but as soon as you click respawn, you're playing it again. So it's without having lost any progress, potentially, depending on the game, which is really interesting. But yeah. Does this mean that life is technically an endless game, since the goal, according to evolution, is to go for as long as possible? If you think about it as just the if you only qualify games by a goal, but that's only one of the qualifiers for what a game is. Another qualifier is it has to be artificial and unnecessary. Those are different ways to describe it, but the purpose of it has to be relatively pointless compared to real life. So that's not the best way to define it, but basically that. Where in real life is life, like it's just what you're doing, and so it's not a game. It's not artificial by any means. So I thought the meaning of life is to make the most of it. Could be. I think we might have to give up on it. Oh wait, I was gonna try something else. You guys distract me really hard. That's all. Oh wait, I need that. Let's see, tween. So instead of tween start, we're gonna do tween dot. What is it? Method. Tween method. So can we just say audio server? Can we just use this method? Is that a thing? Audio server dot set bus. Yeah, I guess so. If we start at 0, go to -50, and have it happen in 1 second. Is that gonna work? What if we did just put that in there? No, it hates it. Cannot get return value of call to set bus volume db because it returns void. Oh, set bus volume doesn't return anything. So I need to get bus volume. Oh, and then I add the bus 2. Invalid argument for tween method function. Argument should be callable, but is float. Hmm. Hmm. What if we call a qualification for the goal for completing those achievements? If you only need one, then someone who dies early could and would. I thought the meaning. Wait, what? You have to remove the. Oh, okay. Is that what I need? Is that all I need to do? Is this gonna work? Get bus volume, but that's just gonna get the bus volume. That's good to go. Let's try it out. Oh wait, this is gonna mess up our test. Okay, let's try this. Course. Here we go. Here we go. No, he says it's not gonna work. And this guy was the guy that was saying some like really professional sounding code stuff. So he's probably right. We're gonna try it anyway, just so we can see how wrong we are. Okay, break the shield. Die. And die again. And it just says no, non-existent function start on. Wait, what? Isn't that what the function is? What is it? Tween dot play? Oh, it's play? I thought it was start. Did they change that? Okay, let's try it again. Is this a game? This is a game. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Break the shield. Die. Die. And die for us. He was right. It didn't work. I sent the solution in Discord. Nice. That's why we stream, so people can find the actual solution. Here's the solution, everybody who's not on my Discord, which I feel like everybody who's watching the stream is probably on my Discord. Maybe. Are you cool enough to be on my Discord? So he does tween.method, change main bus volume. Is that all it is? Okay, but I don't necessarily want to change the main bus, though. Change main bus volume. And we're going to set it from 1.0 to 0 in 1 second. Tween.play. Silent sound for death. Oh, but then okay, this is another function that you're calling. Function change main bus volume. If I could spell, that would be helpful. You have value float. It's a void. I don't know if I need to add that, but I'll do it anyway just because when you follow a tutorial, you should probably just do everything. Void. Variable decibels equals linear to decibels value audio. I'm kind of seeing what you did here, though. That's interesting. You're like interpolating through a function. Set bus volume. Set bus vol. Why is it not automatically? Because I can't spell. That's why. 0 dB. Yeah, I spelled volume wrong. There we go. Okay, now this should work, says the man who knows. Float in the current scope. Did I spell float wrong? I did. float. I have my A and the O backwards. Well, that's not me misspelling. That's me typoing. In my defense. Artindi wins when he makes it work. Yep, this is a game, and I win when I make it work. That's one of the things that people get wrong about gamification. Suppose you work at a call center, and they're like, okay, gamification. If you make this many calls today, then we're gonna give you a cake and a bonus of $50. Right? That's not gamification. That's just adding an extra reward to what you already have to do. Gamification would be making you needing to do something unnecessary. So that would be like, okay, gamification today. If you can work in the word, if you can work in these 3 unusual words into your calls today, then you'll get this prize. Right? That's a game because it's absolutely unnecessary. It doesn't serve any purpose. It's not just adding reward to a goal that you're already trying to achieve. It's actually making you try to do something unusual and absolutely unnecessary. And that would be actual gamification. So, fun fact. I think if people understood how gamification actually works, they would find that they can motivate people to do things a lot easier than just adding rewards to things instead. Let's kill everything here. That way we can have a little bit more of a controlled environment. Yeah, I can try. Oh, right now?
Sure.
My wife brought me something to try to fix.
Sorry.
Let's see if I can fix it. It's a little metal thing that's bent. It's like a safety pin that's not in place.
If not, I can put it away and the kids can just not put it. You got it? Oh, so it's...
Do we have like small pliers?
They're in the car. I think we're good.
Yeah, we'll need that.
Okay. I'll go try them by myself with the pliers.
Okay, sounds good.
I was seeing if your fingers could do it.
Okay, here we go. Break that. Die. And now die for reals. Hey, it worked. Magic. I might have to put Kylak. I might have to put Kylak in the credits. Thank you very much, Kylak. You're quite the hero. You saved us. You made it set. Oh, but it's quiet still. No. Okay, we're gonna have to reset as soon as like this other scene starts. Then we just reset it to normal, and I know how to do that. So and that's just gonna be in the death scene, the death room, whatever. It's not death room. It's what's it called? Lose screen. Lose screen. Okay, so as soon as this scene starts, then we'll just set the audio back to normal. Where? I'm so lost. Player. Kind of not happy that it doesn't go straight to the code in that scene when you open the scene. Okay, and we just need this one. But then we're going to set it back to... Oh, except we're setting only this bus. Nope, wrong button. Copy, and then lose screen. And we'll set it back to 0. Is that what it's supposed to be? Or is it 1 where you have the... Should be... Oh, I can't, I don't know. Let's see, audio. Yeah, I guess it defaults to 1. What we need to do is default it back to whatever the setting was. But we'll probably have to do that after we make the ability to save audio settings. So once we have that ability, then we can mess around with that. What do you think where to start as an absolute beginners in pixel art? Just draw stuff, man. Get a nice program like Sprite or what's it, Pascal, is that what it's called? Pascal, and draw some stuff. There's a nice Twitter thing, X thing, whatever it's called, where a guy posts a theme once a month. I think it's called Pixel Art. It's Pixel Art something. Pixel Art Dailies, I think is what it's called. And he'll post a theme every day for a challenge for pixel art, just a little theme, and then you try to draw something based on that theme. And a lot of people will reply to Pixel Dailies with what they drew that day. So that's a great way to do it. You just mixed Pixelmania. That would have been a really great way to do it as well. But yeah, Pesco, yay. Yeah, it's just start with something easy. Just draw like some little things. Watch tutorials. It's surprisingly helpful that is. And also look at other people's pixel art to see how they pull off shading, how they do just different styles of pixel art. Anytime I do clouds, I almost always have to look up pixel art clouds so I can have a reference. Don't be afraid of using references to get better at art, because that's just how you get better at art. You have to look at other people's art and glean some information from that so that you can get better at your own art. And that's where I would start with pixel art. You can get a Sprite for $20 on $20 on Steam. So it's a really great pixel art tool. Otherwise, Pascal is free, and you can get a Sprite for free if you know how to compile things, because they have it on their Git server. You can just get it and compile it, and voila, you can get it for free. But yeah, and you're fine to do that. Nobody even sees that as the developers encourage it as well. So it's great. Yeah, I wonder who that Artindi guy is with his Pixelmania thing. Yeah, you just missed Pixelmania. That would have been a great opportunity. It's just ended. Pixelmania, for those who don't know, I'll show you because it's really cool. It's a yearly event hosted by me where people get on, and once a month, it's kind of like Inktober, once a month, or every day of the month in May, we get different themes, and you can draw, like here's this month, or this year, these are all the themes. And so for each theme, people can go and draw what they want. There's also optional constraints to make it a little bit more challenging for those who want it, or just a little bit more inspiring sometimes. And then people come on and draw stuff. And almost always, those who stick through it and do at least half the days, or try to get most of them, almost all of them report that they feel like they got better at pixel art. In fact, this year there were several people that said they'd never done pixel art before, but now they feel like they have a style, and they're less afraid to post things on the internet. And so it's really great. A lot of people participate, and it's a lot of fun. So you could join and wait for next year. But yeah. Oh, someone was trying to message me the answer. Could this work? It's Opnid Cat. I missed it. I'm sorry, Opnid. I didn't see it till just now. But maybe that'd work. From to, let's see. Oh, I think I did end up trying that. Yeah, you were suggesting that, I think, in the thing. That's what that's not what ChatGPT was offering. Yeah, it doesn't take a long time. I barely even take more than an hour each day. Yeah, that's impressive because you never miss a day. There were so many people this year, actually. I didn't see yours for a while, or I was overlooking it, and I didn't realize you drew it. And it was like day 6, and I was like, where's Skeffels? Did he die? Like, maybe I should message him and make sure he's here, because he always participates. And I was like legitimately worried about you. And then I saw an image, and it was by you, and I was like, oh, he's here. He's participating now. And I looked up your name, and I was like, oh, actually, he's been participating the whole time, and I'm just an idiot. So I did get a little worried. Do you often do multiple days so I don't miss some later in the month? Oh, okay. I see what's up. In case you're like busy for a day or two, that makes sense. The very first year I did it, the day 1, I cheated. Because I have all the themes before. I drew day 1 beforehand because I knew I was going to be busy that day, and I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to fail right at the start of Pixelmania, like the very first year of Pixelmania, and I just don't even participate. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah. So my very first one, I actually knew beforehand, and I drew it beforehand. I cheat a little bit, but now you guys know, I guess, that I'm a cheater. Okay. Well, we got that to work. and it works beautifully. We got to make it come back though. I forgot. You guys distracted me. I'm blaming it on you. Lose screen. I think I put it in here. Yeah. Is it 0 that brings it back? We'll find out. Let's try it out and see. Instead of doing the normal dying, we'll just do it by hitting the button a couple times. Silent goes quiet. And yeah, okay. So you can hear the ambient like wind noise in the background. It would be nice if we silenced everything except that, but I think we need to keep it. What I could do is change the ambient sound to the music track, because it is just in the background, so we could have it be part of the music instead of the sound effects. So I gotta find where that track is though. I think it's one of the universal. Let's see, is it in the auto loads? Is it in global stats? That'd be silly to put in global stats. No, it's not. It's in menu, probably not. Transition screen, probably not, no. So where is that? Is that on the player? Why would it be on the player? Or maybe it's on the... I'm just wondering how dumb I am at structuring my game. It's not on the player. Is it on the course? No. Is it on the UI? No. Where would I have put it? Is it on the menu? Probably on the menu. Yeah, it's on the menu. I found it. Okay, we just switched this to music, the music bus, and that way it still can be adjusted by the player, but not on the sound effects side. It's on the music side. But that way, when we die, that is the only sound that remains out of all the sounds, which I think will. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm running the player scene. That's what happened. I think that will feel a little bit better. What if, since you're not going to stream on the weekends, on Friday, we just have a hangout stream? That could be fun. How about on Saturday we do that? Because on Friday I usually work longer. And yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it on Friday. So we could do it on Saturday morning, if hopefully you guys are available. But we could still work on something, but have it be a little bit more relaxed, just hang out, maybe play a video game. I could play some of my games that I like to play, and we could just chill and hang out. Does that sound like something fun? Just take a break, but although I shouldn't, because I need to get this game done. What are you suggesting? You trying to distract me? The start is the hardest. I think I drew 2 a day for 1 week, which gave me some nice leeway for the rest of the month. Is that how you do it? You're just like, I feel it right now, and so you just go for it. In the end, I was doing 1 a day. It worked out nicely. Nice. Man cheated on his own exam. I did, yeah. Do you remember to use leitmotif themes in a meaningful way for my music? I do my best to do that. I feel like I did pretty well on my Void Titan soundtrack, which I don't have here to show you. But if I kind of want to get some of the songs from Void Titan over to this computer so we can play them also in the background during streams. That could be really cool. But I've researched the idea of motifs and themes in music a lot, and I love that. I listen to movie soundtracks for fun all the time and analyze them. So, oh yeah, we're here to die. Do you hear that? That background ambient humming sound never turned off. Write your free overtime food. Forgot about that. Yeah, I need to get my overtime food. So my job is part-time. I work from like 8:30 in the morning to 1. But on Fridays they have free lunch, and so I'll work the same time, eat lunch, and then keep working because I don't need to go home and eat. So I can get away with working extra time on that last day. So yeah. Wait, hold on. That's kind of fire idea. What's the fire idea? If coding is Artindi's game, we're the enemies, always distracting him from this goal. True. True. Right, your free overtime. Oh, yeah. Toby Fox did a great job with leitmotifs. Did he? With, like, I believe he did. Like, you can hear it in Skyrim and all that stuff. You got a lot of the, yeah. Oh yeah, once you notice it, it's insane. It is insane. Some of the people do it really well, from movies at least. Obviously, you have some of the most famous people, but John Williams, legendary. He's amazing at motifs and themes, and Hans Zimmer's pretty good. Although his songs are a little bit more standout individually, but he does a pretty good job. And then there's a couple others, like there's a newer guy who did the music for the Spider-Verse movies. He does a really good job. I've enjoyed his music in several other movies as well. Like he did the music for that King Arthur Legend of the Sword, and the music in that is amazing. Like that's some sick music. Even if the movie is kind of lackluster plot wise and has other problems, the music was dope. Although I still like the movie subjectively. It's a really great movie. So, but it does have a lot of problems. A whole Undertale thing. Oh man, I've tried to play Undertale. I can't really get into it. It's too weird. It's too boring for me. It's just not my jam. I don't know. Okay, we did a thing, and we can mark it off now. Let's go to the all-powerful to-do list. Somewhere here. There we go. Boom. The to-do list. Look, it's going to get shorter. Silence sounds when dying. Done. Oh, I got to edit. Psh. There. We made it shorter. That did take longer than I thought it would because we got caught up on that coding problem for so freaking long. So, yeah, I think that's probably all we're going to do today. We'll figure some other things out. Some of these I need to relearn, like how to make more sections for. I need to figure out how to do that again. Once I figure that out, then we could probably start doing that, like once a day. But I don't want to do it on stream because it's really boring. Although we did just, my man compliments Toby Fox but insults Undertale. I got nothing wrong with Undertale. It's just not my jam. I know Undertale is famously popular. I just couldn't get into it. I got it, and because it's so popular, I was like, all right, here we go. And I started playing it. I was like, I can't even want to finish it. I don't know. It's just me though. I promise. Let's see. Where is it? Undertale. Yeah, I didn't even play that much. I played 33 minutes, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm sorry to all the Undertale fans, but I'm not one. Maybe I just gotta like push my way through, and I'll enjoy it. But it's weird. Yeah, my favorite types of games are like the factory building games or the games that you can build a base in. Yeah, Satisfactory. I've won Satisfactory. I've won Factorio. I've almost run one RimWorld. So yeah, those are fun. Captain Industry is one I've been getting into recently. It's pretty fun. They got like trains and factory stuff, and it's fun. And a completely destructible environment as well. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like those kind of slower base building type, Minecraft as well, especially modded Minecraft with the create mod. That's some fun stuff. Okay, we're gonna make a song now. So all the people who joined for game dev, I'm sorry if it's gonna bore you, but we've been doing pretty good with the songs, and they're really fun. Stick around. You might enjoy the tune we come up with. I was thinking about it earlier today. I was like, oh, I think I got an idea for a sick beat. sick music that we're gonna make. My man complained. Oh, I already read that. I think soundtracks are so important on a game. You know the quality of a game just by hearing the OST. Exactly. If you can make a soundtrack that's really quality and the game is great with it, people will listen to the soundtrack just so that they can feel what they felt when they're playing the game. And it's amazing. And part of the reason for that is because a lot of emotion, I opened the wrong thing, a lot of emotion is felt through music. Music can tell the player or viewer what they're supposed to be feeling during a scene or during a part of a game. And so it's very communicative. Let's open LMMS. That's what we're actually here to do. So what we're doing is making songs for the stream. If you notice, we haven't played any music this whole stream because we don't have music to play. And I don't want to play any of that like copyright-free stuff or because lots of time it's not copyright-free. Like it'll say copyright-free and then you play it and you get copy struck. Or there's other things that are legitimately copyright-free, but either everybody's playing them or they're like really lame classical music and it's just stupid. And so I'm just going to make my own music because then I'll know it's copyright free 100% and I can get the exact vibe that I want. So that's what we're doing once a day for every stream. We've been doing that. We got 3 songs done already, which is impressive. I've never written songs quite that fast before. And once we get to round 7, I bet you we'll have enough to start playing music in the streams. So here we go. And I had an idea for what we're gonna do right off the bat this time around. Usually I'm like a little bit confused. Oops, wrong way. Oh wait, no, that's right. That's the right way, isn't it? No, that's not it. I did something wrong. See, program files, isn't it? Program files? Nope. Windows? Nope. Am I just lost now? What did I do wrong? My computer, C. What did I do different? It's not LMMS. What? I'm so lost right now. What? Spitfire audio? Nope. I had it on autopilot. I was doing it like every time and now I'm lost. I'm so confused. Did it get flipped somehow? Maybe it is program files, but it's down at the, oh yeah, if the order flipped, I must have clicked on that. That's what happened. I'm in the wrong one though. This program files, common files, VST, plugins. There we go. That's funny. I just clicked a thing and totally messed myself up. I haven't played Inscription. Oh, I've heard about that game too, and I've looked at it a couple of times. It looks pretty fun, but I haven't played it. My budget is lacking. That's nice. I always use the YouTube library because they don't lie, right? You would hope. I'm glad you used the for Skiffles. By the way, made the last video I've posted, which was the Pixelmania showcase. He made that for me because I was very preoccupied with some family stuff. And so he's very kind to put that together, and he used a song from the library. I was concerned. I was like, am I going to get copy struck? He's like, nah, you good. Guess what? I didn't even look it up. I just trusted you blindly. I was like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about. So, and I haven't been copy struck yet, so must have worked. Okay, give me just a second. I got to log in, apparently. Stupid thing making me log in. Can you guys hear my keys typing, by the way? Are my keys loud enough to, like... Are you picking that up? I purposely bought a keyboard that doesn't have, like, the super loud clickety-clack keys. They annoy me. Especially when I'm watching other people play. Oh, you could hear it? Oh, okay. Well, they're not the super tappity-tap keys. Just a kind of tappity-tap. I have a Klim keyboard, and I love it. My last Klim keyboard died, and I went and bought the exact same keyboard because it's just such a nice keyboard. KLIM if you're interested. Not sponsored, although they should sponsor me because I would happily promote their keyboard because it's such a nice keyboard. Okay, we're gonna go straight to, what is it? Oh, we could do that, or maybe electric guitar. Lead. Does it go low? No, I need like a bass. I need a really deep sound. Plex. Nope. Pad. No. None of these go deep. This one goes. It needs to go deeper than that. I need it like down here. You like boom, 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 boom. So I'll probably have to do the one of these guys. Yeah. What's this one? Nope. Nope. Oh, that's kind of cool though. We might use that. Short. This is probably what we need. Do you hear that? That's what we're gonna do. So it goes. Yeah, this is gonna sound dope. Okay, listen to it. And we'll actually increase the pace just a little bit. No, we gotta go back. We'll leave it where it was. Okay, and the reason why this is gonna sound really good is because it's gonna start matching up with the beat, but then it's gonna get off of the beat and sound awesome. Okay, so we'll keep that. We kind of did that yesterday on the last song we worked on, and it sounded really good. But we're gonna do it like super intentionally today. Not that we didn't last time, but yeah, you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. Plugins. Okay, we're gonna do a drum set. Buddy, we hear your entire apartment at times. Of course we can hear you. Well, sorry about that. I even closed the door and try to, yeah, but you know, things happen. Okay, foghorn, no, but we do need let's close the foghorn. We don't need foghorn. We need this one with the drums. Where's the drums? I thought there was a drums. Weren't there drums here? Oh, there they are, drums. We need this way. Yeah. Just that one note. All the rest of these we don't need. Or maybe. No, probably not. Okay, and this, where is it? We're just going to have it repeat like this. But then when you put them together. Yeah. Okay, and then the drums can just keep going, but this one we're gonna change as it goes. We gotta make it. We'll go up to there. See how that feels. And then we can go back again. And then we'll go up just a bit higher. Getting a slightly Coldplay Viva La Vida vibe. Oh yeah, it kind of does have that. I think there's a lot of songs that use that rhythm, so I can definitely see it getting the Viva La Vida, bum 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 bum, because you get the bass beat offset from the drum beat, and it gets a really nice vibe, as long as you return it back again before the end. going to double it up by an octave just to make it sound a little bit better, I think. Let's see what that sounds like with just those two. Yeah, it sounds a bit more full. Oops. Oh yeah. Chunks would load when give chunks would load. Oh, you're singing the Captain Sparkles version. I used to rule. Okay, but we're not doing that. We're not doing rule the world. We can't get copy struck even while we're trying to not get copy struck. Let's do another instrument. Oh wait, let's add some drums though. Let's repeat this and add a bit more to the drums. Oh, I guess this will have to be the drums because we don't have the actual drums on the other one. Could you hear the kid outside my window somewhere? Neighbor screaming. Did you hear that one? Drums at the top. That way we can get some snare drum going. And this will happen here. Here. Why isn't it? Oh, here. Every other one like that. And then let's copy this. I don't know why, but I had such a hard time using LMMS in the past, or have you tried it just recently? Slight Luigi Mansion feel when you moved the notes. Nice. Put a snare on every other beat, see how it sounds. Oh yeah, that's what I just did. Or do we want it on every first beat, or every other first beat, instead of starting on the second? Let's see what that sounds. I think I liked it the other way. I think I liked it here better. Could be it could be that we heard it that way first. Do a triple hit on the snare on the final part of the last measure. Yeah, that's what we did on the last one too. So it's like this one we do, or on the snare. So we're doing like, yeah, we can shorten all of them, but like this. Gotta swap them. Yeah. Feels good. Let's add some more instruments. We could download some instruments. Maybe we should get a trumpet so we can really just, go full Coldplay. So we can get more packs. So here's all the things you can get. Get out of here. Get out of here. I think they're all free. All packs collections. Yeah. Oh, okay. They're not all free, but many of them are. But we can sort them by free, I think. Let's see, all packs. Yeah, free. Show me only the free ones. Ain't nobody got money for that. And then we can look for brass. Here's the trumpets. I already got foghorn. There's astral forms and trumpet field. Here's what trumpet field can sound like. It's so loud. I didn't do anything to turn it down. Sorry to blow your ears off there. Yeah, I think I've tried to use that one before, and the trumpet sounds don't always come through the way you think they would. Astral Forms is really loud as well. Yeah, we don't need trumpets. Ain't nobody need trumpets. Let's just get some more. I don't know. What should the main melody be played with? Sounds good, but I feel that's very generic. It is very generic, so we're gonna shake it up with the melody. Should we just do strings? Release reverb. What are these? Yeah, I don't know what those are. Or we could do the other one. Is it? No, this one. We've done strings in practically every song so far. I only have so many instruments, man. I guess we could download something, but I don't know. We got piano. This, I think this has some organs or orbiting harp. Just doesn't have quite the sound that we need. Traveling organ. It takes too long to like. I think we need to adjust the attack so it comes on a little bit faster. Change the reverb. And the release. Not that much. I feel like I just got this thing so I could get that one drum. Like I just wanted this. We've mostly actually done piano in every track. The strings that we've done is the short. I've had this in every one, and it already has it in this one. So just to stay consistent, let's just put in some piano. Where'd it go? Where's the piano? Piano. I always do this one too. I don't want to do piano though. I want to do something different. I want to shake it up. What if I record myself singing in a bunch of different notes? Then we'll have a background choir. We could actually. There's a choir one that I've done before. It's not the best, but it works. Let's see, choir and vocals right here. Choir, Gaelic voices, Christmas, siren songs, then just choir. So loud. What's this one? Ooh, it's loud. What's this one? Interesting. Guys, any hot ideas for what we could do? Purple ice cream? For sure. For sure. What if I... Oh, wait. Are you with that? Though be weary, I am a bass singer, so it will most likely be low notes. Be wary. Whoa. What about guitar? Some nice guitar. I have electric guitar. Oh, here's bass guitar. That's what we're needing. Lap steel. That could be good. Too slow. That could be cool. It's only 90 megabytes. Let's try it. Guitar harmonics, charango. Lap steel might be good still, and we could get the bass guitar. We'll get them both. Wonder how much longer it's going to take to download while I'm streaming. Not very long, apparently. Where is it? Mandolin. Got fingered. Picked. Maybe go industrial on this one. What do you mean industrial? What kind of notes would I need for industrial? Maybe a very synthetic sound could be nice. It could. It depends on what feel is needed. Well, we have this. Even if we don't use it, we maybe can use it in the future. It's kind of got some cool sounds. And it looks like we just got the bass guitar in. Classic. Let's try this one. Does it have enough? Maybe I need to do just the classic. Well, wait. I just need to change this one to that. Okay, hang on. Badoop. There. Industrial is a mix of rock and electro. That's cool. I'd like to try that, but I don't know if I can pull it off. Let's put in another instrument here. Maybe we get that other one too that we were looking at. Oh, all packs free. Guitar. Loading. Loading. One moment, please. This is the other one that we're looking at. I don't know. Maybe we don't want that one. Peel guitar. Well, let's look at experimental. What do we got here? So you already got that one. Harmonic Flights. I've tried this one before. It's a little weird. Siren Song. London. See, I downloaded this one and I just couldn't get it to work with what I wanted. No. Yeah, these are all like weird stuff. It's got some cool sounds in it. Synth. Obsolete machines. That's cool. Synth strings. Organic textures. That's weird. Oh, classic synth. Let's do that one. It's huge. This could take a while. While we're waiting, let's try using the mandolin stuff. Is it too like? I don't know if it fits the feel that we're going for, but we could try anyway. piano. I guess I have a piano. I don't know if I'm doing the right chord progression. I'm breaking from the chord progression because the chord progression is this, and then it goes to that. Oh no, it works. Wait, does it? No, because each one of these is a bit. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm breaking the chord progression. That's not going to work here. So I'd have to change the rest of it, which we can do. I mean, that's not that hard, right? Oops. So we just change this up like that, and then it would work. Maybe it has to happen even sooner. Sorry, I kind of took a detour for a second. Wait, pause. Sorry, I kind of took a detour for a second. What are we doing? We're writing music. Sounds good, even if the instrument is a bit overpowering. Yeah, well, I'm just putting it in there. We can change instruments, of course. Classic synth. Classic feels great indeed. Yeah, this isn't the classic synth yet, but we can change the instrument and see if we can get something to work. But we're going to have the chord progression happen a little bit faster instead of drawing it out this far. So instead of returning back to this and then bringing it back up to here, we're going to change it. But we don't necessarily have to have that chord progression happen outside of when the melody's playing, because we can still have it play like this and let it last a while, you know? And then when we get to the melody, we can change up the chord progression. Nice. So now let's try changing the instrument. I think the synths should be downloaded, hopefully. Classic synths. How do you pronounce that? Synths. Synths. No. No. That could work. Icy Chrome. Ooh, this one's pretty good. Do I need to... lengthen these out a little bit? No. Nope, put it back. Put it back where it came from. I think we need multiple instruments playing the same thing. Maybe with just a little bit of variety, or a little bit different, like small changes in what notes are being played. Maybe balance is needed. I don't think this is one synth. What do you mean? It sounds good even if what do you mean not just one synth? Let's open this back up and I need to change where that where that's located so I can just click once to get to here. So we could do multiple synths and put them like an octave apart. What's this one? Weird. Oh, that one's kind of cool. Let's do that one. Let me just copy this down. And then we could change this down an octave. So we have a little bit more it feels a little strong, doesn't it? Green popsicle. Shut up. Okay, never mind. Wait, what happened? I don't think this is the one. The synth you chose didn't feel... Oh, okay, I see. But now you're saying, okay, never mind, it sounds okay now that I have multiple synths. Is that what you're saying? Are you validating me? That sounds pretty good. But we need to have a variation on the melody for the second half. So I'm going to bring that over. And then if we think about it, it's like it goes dun 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 dun. I feel like it should go up dun 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 or something like that. So we ended on what we ended on this note. Right? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. So we end on this note. Dun 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 dun. Is that all the change that we would need? Yeah, I think that'll work. Bring this down an octave. No, I don't like that da da da. Let's do this instead. It does have to have that second one right here. It's pretty good. It's on the right note. There's something off about that last bit. Was I playing something wrong? No, it's good. I don't understand what it was then. What do you guys think? Does it sound good so far? Does it need something something to like hold it together? Because everything is very staccato. So this is staccato because obviously it's drums. So is this drums. That's pretty staccato. But I feel like we need something that's drawn out and held to hold it all together. You know, the melody's all right. Thanks. All right's good enough for me. I don't need it to be like legendary. It just has to be all right. I think we do need something to play for longer though and hold everything together. Which maybe that's the brutalizer, because the brutalizer is the best instrument ever made, probably. Undoubtedly. Would this add personality to the bass? Or bass? I always want to say bass. Let's try it. Definitely needed. Oh yeah, it starts a little sooner than that. I gotta bring it back to, is it like a half note through, or is it a full? I can't remember. Let me look at this one. No, not that one. This one. Well, I can't tell. We'll just go for a half note and see if it works. Yeah, it worked. A bit too much personality? No, it's not too much. That's exactly what we needed. Some oomph. Sounds like a freighter. Okay, we'll turn it down just a little bit. What we could do is put that that kind of cello sound back in to play along with the bass guitar. Maybe that will help the bass out a little bit. Sounds like a freighter. Should we call this song Freighter? Freighter the crater. Crater the freighter. Freighter into a crater. Where is it? Strings short. So we'll bring this one back in to play that. Right there. And then we can just copy it from here down to there. Oh, why is it? This needs to go down. That's why it was sounding a little weird. Same with this one, because it resolves on that last note. Okay, I added so much to the song. The last instrument was necessary. Oh yeah? So having the electric guitar and the cello together makes it feel a little bit better. Here's without. Oh, that's... Yeah, it does sound good. But, yeah. Yeah. We could have a bit of a lead up to it as well. Let's see. I'm going to copy this over to here. And then here's the note we're aiming for. We'll start here. We'll delete all these and those. Oops. It's gonna sound good in the end, I promise. Okay. Nope. Should I have it do that? I know how to control that. It kind of has a cool feel. The last note needs to be longer. The last note on the end of here. Extending last note. Yeah, that's pretty good. Swelling the freighter train note could be cool. Yeah, is that what it's called? Swelling? And that's what I was doing manually. That is kind of cool. Okay, let's see if I can do that. I know how, actually. It's not that hard. I think I just drag and drop this. Oh, no, I don't drag and drop it. How do I do it again? I gotta put it in there first and then drag and drop it. No, how do I do it? There's a way. I'm supposed to connect it to that. Get out here. Oh, I closed the whole thing. Shoot. How do you do that again? Oh, control. I have to control drag. So control drag the volume into here. I'll lengthen that. Problem is you can't actually see how long it is, but I think if we start here, go to 50, and then we'll bring it up there, and we'll bring it back down again. Is that the right? Yeah, that's right. And then it should do it. Let's have it go a little quieter to begin with and quieter to end with. And we could just copy it over like that. Catch you later, John. Or are you just arriving? Swelling the. That's a wave of leaving, right? I'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Or just showing up. I haven't seen you till just now. So you must have just shown up unless you're leaving already. I meant the last note on the little intro you just did. Oh, this little intro? So you're saying I should scoot this back and then hold this last note a little longer? It didn't quite work. Maybe I misunderstood. It'd have to be like significantly before that for it to work. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back. I think maybe I either misunderstood or I don't like it. Who knows? Probably misunderstood. LMS is free. Sure is. Is this program he's using free? Yeah, it's free. LMS is free and open source. And I'm using VSTs, specifically ones from Labs is what it's called, by Spitfire Audio. And those are also, well, some of them you have to pay for, but lots of them you can get for free. There's also like a full orchestra you can get from Spitfire Labs that they put out for free. I forgot how to get it, but if you look it up, you probably find it. A lot of the orchestras you have to pay for, but they have one in particular that you can get for free. And I've been wanting to try it. I just haven't yet. And I had to get it so we can do it while we're making all these songs. I think we only want the swell to happen on the held note. No, we do want it to happen on the other one, just not as extreme. We'll bring it down a bunch. There. I thought you would prolongate the note and not make the whole thing play sooner. So just pull this note out, is that what you're saying? Which we can do. Maybe not that much. Yeah, it's just a lead up to the... Yeah, I think it has to be what it is here. We could add some personality though, and bring these over and make it sound like dun 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 dun. Nope, not that much. Like that. I don't think I like it though. I think we should leave it as it was. That's what it was. I didn't have this one the octave down that it was supposed to be. Yeah, all right. I messed up everything you did. I'm not a pro. Hey, but you've made some suggestions that worked out pretty great. Sometimes, I mean, you don't have to be a pro. You just have to be able to hear it and be like, I think it needs a little bit of this. And then oftentimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, you know. But you were detecting something was wrong, and I think it was because this was an octave off. And I didn't realize it until after I'd copy-pasted it a few times. I was like, oh, wait a second. It's supposed to be different. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? A lot of celebration emojis. A bunch of those are mine. I'm right-clicking so hard. Have you ever played like hero shooters? I love that meme because some heroes in hero shooters are like they don't do anything. Especially in I've played lots of like Dota or League, And in those ones, you have abilities, and you do the ability by left clicking. But when you're just doing like your normal attack, you right click. And certain heroes basically only do right attacks. Like they excel at doing attacks rather than doing abilities. And so it's funny because when certain heroes like because that's all they do, sometimes they're carry, and it's hilarious to jump into a fight and then say on the comms, I'm right clicking as hard as I can, because like you don't really do anything except right click. Like you just click on somebody as like attack, and then that's it. So anyway, maybe you had to be there. I'm telling this whole like story of something. Okay, never mind. I need to stop talking. Okay, we're gonna move this down. Okay, and somehow we have to spread this out like a lot and make it interesting for 3 minutes. How are we gonna do that? We might need some bridges. So where does all this loop? Yeah, it kind of can loop. I think what we need to do, like technically, this whole bit could loop just right into the next. Let's go halfway through so we can hear it. And I don't really love that though. It's not the most satisfying loop anyone's ever heard. So what we need is to have some space in between before we have the main melody again. And so what we'll do is we'll move it down that far instead, and then we can have some more of this stuff in between, but shake it up by adding some of those other components that we have. Like we can keep some of the drums playing rather than how it was at the beginning. And then we could start the song out with just a little bit of drums instead, so we have some build up into that. Oops, don't click and drag, just drag. That's kind of grinding though, isn't it? So we could do this instead. Oh no! And Control Z doesn't work, does it? Shoot, I gotta go manually walk through and click on all of these. So how have you guys been today? I've been pretty good, besides the fact that I have to go through and click all these. It's very slightly off. Yeah, one of the things sounded like it was off, and I think that's built in. I believe they have it to make it sound more human. They purposely let some of the notes go off or have the timing be just barely not quite right. And so when you have everything playing all together, most of the time it can sound good. What if there's a bridge or a solo? That'd be cool, but then we'd have to write that, and that's hard. That's how you get out of stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea, except that's hard. I finished my finals. Yeah. Congratulations. You're now free forever from school, or at least for the year. Mr. Frizzles. What engine do you use? I use the Godot engine. Check it out. Godot engine. With Godot engine games. Boom, 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 boom. What engine do you use? Except we'll turn everything off. Play it the hard way. That's right. It's taking all my focus right now. It's so loud. Oh. Hey, that was nice. They got me. Okay. My day was alright. I'm preparing for a 40-minute project presentation next week. Ew. Ew. And this is something you really enjoy. Then that could be fun. I actually don't mind presenting sometimes. It's kind of enjoyable. I'm kind of weird like that. Maybe that's why I do YouTube videos, because I enjoy like talking and like I it's uncomfortable, but sometimes I enjoy speaking in public. You know, it's weird. It's like a love-hate relationship. I use Unreal. Nice. Nice. Unreal is cool. Like Unreal is like the boss of game engines. Okay. Back to the song. What are we doing? Let's just make it, let's just do this the boring way. We're just gonna spread this out. Well, yeah. Yeah. Could we do that? I don't know. I feel like we need a little bit more personality in between if we are going to be spreading this out so much. Let's do like this, but then we need something in between here. Like we can keep this beat and stuff going, but we need to have something happen that's more interesting in the middle. Obviously, like it's just got to be that way. What if we had the brutalizer play? Okay, what's the longest the brutalizer can play? Can we do it like that long? I know it fades out eventually. Yeah, it's about that long. I'll put this here and have this go like this. Guess we'll just do that long. And then it just goes quiet. Presenting is great when you know how to do it and what you're presenting. Yeah, so you're basically going for no redundancy. Nice. I already read that. When you actually know what you're talking about and you're passionate about the subject, I feel like most anybody will be cool with presenting whatever it is because they enjoy talking about it and they like it. It's still going to be uncomfortable, like no matter what you do, because you're in front of people and they're going to judge you, even though, like, no matter how much you tell yourself that they don't really care, it's still a thing. Like, it's just how it works. Let's have that happen here instead. Then we'll extend this and extend this. Oh, what if we did, okay, what if we did, so it plays kind of like this chorus bit, and then the chorus ends. And then we'll return to this. And then we'll have an extended bit of, so it's going to like double the length of the chord progressions, but that way we can have the brutalizer play a full long note. Yeah, I think this will be a cool idea. This one, and then that one. Copy this over. So it'll sound something like this. Hi, I'm back. Are you working on music for the game? Hey, chess nerd. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. We're working on music for streams. So each stream we've been writing one song. We've written 3 songs so far this week, which is pretty dope. Today's the 4th day, so this is the 4th song. And eventually, probably mid next week or by the 3rd week, as I stream, I'll have my own collection of music to play in the background. And so this is an effort to make my streams a little bit more interesting. So, but we are also working on the game on each stream as well. So we add something or make the game better in some way, and then we write a song. But after we get all the songs done, then we'll go to just working on the game, and because we'll have music ready to go. So yeah. But anyway, let's see how this sounds with this long brutalizer notes as something in the middle. Let's try it out. Except that one, what the heck? Apparently if you go too high, it just messes it up, so we gotta go lower. Oh no, I just went way too high. That's what I did. Okay, and then we need a little bit of this going on to lead up to that. It's quiet? It's quiet. Is it quiet? I feel like it's too loud. Are my headphones turned up too much? No, my headphones are at normal. This is turned up a lot. Now it's quiet. We'll turn that back up. That's why I've been feeling like everything is so much louder today. I'm like, why is it so loud? I had this all the way up at 100%. That's why. My bad. My bad. Ryan Pog, what's up? You're the one who said it's quiet. It's quite good. That's what he meant. That's a freaking boat in my ears, and it's great. Like the boat horn. It comes from a music group called let's see, which one is it? This one. Yeah. It comes from a music group called Foghorn, I think. So it's an instrument group anyway. Yeah, Foghorn. So it's called The Brutalizer. It's awesome. But then there's other ones that are kind of similar. That's kind of cool. I wonder if we added that as well. And maybe tie things together. On one of the other songs we made, we used some of this engine room, and it ended up sounding good. Let's take a listen to that, because that was cool. Discard file recent, and we decided to name it Purple Popsicles because you guys are the worst. Because we do a poll to decide song titles, and of course that's what you decided. But this one used that engine sound, and it kind of gave it a nice vibe. This one right here, I'm gonna single it out right here. So that's the engine sound, and then there's another engine sound right here. It's kind of cool. But then if we play it all together, it sounds like this. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like, I need an instrument. How about engine room? The deeps. Oh, that's kind of cool. We might have to, yeah, we might have to use that. Let's put it back to Brutalizer, and then we'll add another instrument and put that in. See if it does anything. Look at all of these instruments that we have open. What? What? It's making me log in again? What? Oh, another thing that we need to do for the stream is somehow get the chat to overlay on top so that you guys can see it on the side here. I had that working for a while, but then YouTube updated something and it messed it up and I couldn't get it to work. So, but it's been a while since I streamed, so we could probably get it to work again. You're kind of going for it anyway. Just make the song with only bass. Yeah, I'm almost going for that anyway. Like, I just gotta, I like my bass, okay? Foghorn, which was it? The Deeps, that's what it was. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay, and we should just be able to copy and paste the other one like this. And we can do the same here. You can't really hear it, but it's accompanying the Brutalizer. I wonder if we change octaves, if that would make a difference. Yeah, you still can't even hear it. Because the Brutalizer's so intense. But that's okay. The more bass, the better. That's what my mom used to say. Just kidding, she never said that. How long is the song right now? Minute 22. Okay, and all we're gonna do, we're just gonna be cheap. We're just gonna go like this and go like that. There we go. It's a longer song now. Then we got 2 minutes 17. Ah, that's still so short. And it's just repeating. Like we're just listening to the same thing over and over again. Maybe that's okay. I mean, we're making a bunch of songs. Can we just go for that? We can just go for that. Let's just go for that. Why not? Good enough. What are we going to name it, though? I can't save it. We got to name it something. I need some suggestions, and then we'll do a poll. We need 3 suggestions for what we name it. And then you guys can vote on which one you think it should be called. No popsicles. There was, what was the one that we were talking about? I'm scrolling up through the chat. Someone mentioned something, and I was like, oh, that'd be a good name for the song. Freighter, that's what it was. Violet Ices. Think you're so clever, Fog something. Yeah, we could do Fog something. I think Freighter is kind of cool. Somebody said something else too. They're like Freighter something or something Freighter. Sounds like a freighter. No, we should call it. Much the song is necessary. Let's know it be longer songs. Or like Freighter Train. We call it Freighter Train. I kind of like Freighter. Fog Freighter. Let's do Freighter, and let's come up with 2 more. Or we should just go for it. I mean, Freighter is really fitting, right? fast. What if we slowed it down like a bunch? That is a way to make it last longer. Now it's a 3-minute song. How about 10? This does feel a little bit more stream appropriate though. Except with how loud it gets. Yeah, I agree. I think it should be a little slower because it's supposed to just be being played in the background. Although with how intense it gets all of a sudden, it's kind of not stream appropriate, but we're gonna just do it anyway. I'll probably, every time this song comes on, I'll probably have to like, hang on, I gotta turn it down and go adjust the volume. But yeah, we're just gonna call it Freighter. It's been decided. How do you spell Freighter? Freighter. And save. Then we'll export it. Export to my music. Stream songs. It's an MP3. So we already got 3. Wow, we're on a roll. Song after song. Won't be long. And once we get all the songs done, we'll be able to do much more progress on the game as well. So, because then we'll probably be able to get like 2 things done. And then for things that are a little bit more complex, we'll be able to spend the whole day on it and get it done in one go instead of 2 days. So it'll be good. There, we got it. We got it. I can't talk. Stuttering. That's the name I said. It is. We could have put Violet Ices in there, but no. I know what you're trying to do there. It was pretty creative, though. I got to give you that. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. This guy's obsessed with purple ice, purple popsicles. All right. Boo, he says. Okay, well, we got another song. We got the sound effects sorted out. We actually erased something from our to-do list, which is great. Bringing this list down bit by bit. Add save system. That might be something I just do by myself. Fix player's arm during walking jumping. That seems like a longer thing. Like I feel like that's going to take a little bit more effort. So it might take 2 days. Or if we're not making music, it could just take 1 day. Then we have sound effects. I mean, this is going to take a lot of time. But we'll probably just knock it out in chunks. We could just do like, okay, let's finish the player sound effects. Let's finish the ambient sound effects. We'll finish the end screen sound effects, which actually end screen sound effects are confirm button, slide, and maybe blink. Oh yeah, we need to add those sounds. That's supposed to be in the end room, not the end screen. I think the end screen's actually done because we got the ambient stuff out of the way. So we can actually delete this. I wonder if that's from the past, just still there from before. And then the cutscene, we got to put the cutscene in. Cutscene is created, all the animations and everything are done. We just actually got to put it in and then put some sound effects to it. There's probably going to be more than just 7 sound effects, but we'll tackle that when we get to it. And then menu sound effects, we still need drag and drop for the audio slider bars, for the credits button, and the credits itself. And we also have to put the music on. I've written music already. There's 7 tracks for this song because as you play through the game and you save people, you're going to save them. You're going to play through 7 times. So first time to save one person, second time to save the next person, and you keep going through till you save 6 of them, and then you have one more run to save the last person, which means you'll play through the rounds 7 times. But each time you play through, it becomes more difficult because you lose an ability and the environment becomes harder. And so I've written a song for when you're playing, but it's one song written 7 times, and each version of the song is more intense than the last. And so as you play, depending on which round you're on, the appropriate intensity of music will play. And so when you're on the last round, it's going to be like crazy intense, like freak out levels of intensity. But when you start, it's kind of mellow, but still, still a little bit aggressive because it's supposed to be difficult all the way through. But yeah, you'll see when I show you the songs. I don't have the songs on this computer; they're over on my old computer, so I got to go and export them and pull them off of there and bring them over here. But once we got that, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. But we also need to write some songs for when we're here in this end room, and we need to write a music cue for when you die. So I should probably add that to the to-do list. Okay, well let's save that first. Music. Let's edit this. We're making our list longer again. Here we go. We'll add the adaptive soundtrack during rounds. And then we have the end room music. And then we need a death cue. I think it's just cue. So when you die, there'll be a little bit of a bit of a jingle or something, a little bit of music that will play to indicate you died, and everyone will eventually hate that jingle because it means they died. We maybe can have, so it's not necessarily, maybe have a spawn cue as well. So when you spawn, a little bit of music will play, be like, oh, you've started a new round. And then we also need music for the credits and music for the menu when it's open, which potentially there just won't be music, but I think there should be something. And it's not really going to be music so much as just like some background, like humming almost or something like that. And then there's one more thing. I forgot what it was though. It's just death cue, spawn cue, credits, menu. Oh, and the death/win screen. So each time you win or lose, you go to that one screen that shows the people you've saved around you. But if you win, then they're around you as well, so we'll need a song for that. So we actually have to write a bunch of songs. I have this one done, which is the hardest one, I think, because it's really 7 songs. And then the rest of them we just got to make, which is apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more songs. Potentially those will have to be 2 different songs. So halfway done with the music, I suppose. But it won't be too hard. I mean, we're flying through music right now as we've been streaming, so that's pretty good. Does the tempo change too? I think it does. I believe the tempo is consistent for the first 6 rounds, and on the 7th round I increased the tempo just a little bit. So if it's hardly enough that you can even notice that, but it's just enough that you're going to feel a little bit more panicked. Also, I don't think there's any snare drum until closer to the end, if not the very last one. And the snare drum just, I don't know why, but the snare drum makes it sound way more aggressive. I'll have to show you. When we actually get to that, I'll show you the 7 different tracks so we can see how I did that. But yeah, this is going to be tight because we got to finish this by July 22nd. So yeah, we only got like a month and a half. It's gonna be rough. We'll see if we get it done by then. But if we're streaming every day and we're always making progress, I think we can get it done. Because a lot of these things we can kick out pretty fast. I know how to do all these things, or more or less. Like I feel confident I can accomplish all these things, and so it's all doable. It's just busy work. That's why we're doing it on a stream. So it's gonna be awesome. But we're gonna end the stream now because I'm losing my voice and I need to do other things anyway. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for coming up with names for this music. Thanks to I forgot his name already. I feel bad. He helped decide on what the code should be. I'm like scrolling up. I'm gonna find it here somewhere. Kylak helped a lot. He gave the recommendation for code that actually fixed it, so it's great. I enjoyed this. Have you been hanging out this whole time? Just listening, I guess. I'm glad you could be here. Thank you, Mr. Frizzles. Jonah Deere. Nice stream that was. Yeah, and we're not going to be streaming tomorrow though. At least I don't think so. Probably not. Don't look forward to it because I don't think we will. I'll be working longer at my real job tomorrow, and then Saturday we're going to stream. We're going to stream because we're going to be streaming as much as we can. So Saturday we'll stream probably in the morning, for my time in the morning. So, we'll stream there. We might just do a little bit more hanging out. We could play games. We could do a little bit more fun stuff. We can break the algorithm a little bit, but we'll still try to get some stuff done because we need to do that. So Saturday, come and hang out again, for sure. Maybe Friday, but just keep an eye out. Probably not. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.